What's up, peoples? Audiovisual Ant here. Feeling consumed, on the verge of being overwhelmed, but as I just come from paying a bill, and I'm in the midst of having being bombarded by a lot of business, which is lucrative and also promotional for myself and me and my ladies movement. Audiovisual apparel, audiovisual fitness, bosses, custom clothing design. So a lot of good things happening. So the building blocks are being placed, and today I just have a whole bunch of inadvertence. I'm talking about inadvertence and difficulties, and when I say difficulties, I mean mind, body, and spirit. Body wise, physically, not feeling up to par because I have those of you who know me and been following me know that I have sciatica. Due to being hit by cars, been shot a few times. I've been through a lot of things in life. I had a tumultuous life, and the residual effect over time, has let's just say certain things, certain seeds that have been planted via pain are starting to sprout there, starting to bear fruit as I'm bearing fruit. In commitment and devout, not pursuit, but a devout voyage, journey, exploration into the future, the favorable future. Being guided by faith most of all, and lured by my dreams at the same time. Doing my best to be grateful in the present moment when I'm able to be self-aware and discern and evaluate how I feel right now, the angst that I feel right now based on all these randomalities being thrown into my plate, onto my path. And they're not stumbling blocks, they're not obstacles, they're everything is a learning experience when I'm forced to feel an influx of confusing and frustrating emotions, but at the same time hold on to discipline, which keeps me explicitly and how can I say evolved in my awareness of self and my consciousness of life as it unfolds around me. The things I have no control over is only about my perspective, and how I view them what will tell the tale of how I choose to proceed and carry on. Or will I about face and retreat? Or will I sit there stagnated and complain? I just got in the car, after having a brief conversation with a guy there that has a studio. I just was telling him about my clothing line. I seen how he was dressed. Like, I see him all the time. White guy, dreads and shit, but he be Dougie. Like culminated of urban and suburban class or genre of fashion. Told him about my clothing line and telling them how every image means something. The 13th floor. I'll explain that on a later date when I use this concept again on another garment. But you see, that's what he's been looking for. And I was telling him about my studio that I'm building, and he's actually an engineer. He has a sound studio and everything. So that was a potential network connection, entrepreneurial, artistic. Some of the things that allow me to feel vital inside, based on how I live, balancing my priorities, my dreams, my wants, my needs, and also trying to delve deeper into my pros and lessen my cons. Every time they are influenced and have an excuse to be activated. It's always an option. It's always a choice. And as I sit in the car, right, I was about to do one of those sighs of hostility and tension, and I just thought to myself, no, everything is all right. Be grateful. Be grateful for the ability to man my position in my life of holding the steering wheel and being able to put forth that effort it takes to make difficult times easier by what I do. Not about what I complain about, what I talk about, what I want to do, what I desire, but what I actually do in between points A and B. Because there's going to be all sorts of deterrents between those 2 points that can guide the true nature and true intentions of a person in any which way. But what are your true intentions? I know mine's, and mine's is to build. Mine is to be an addition, a complement to any other free spirit, free-willed individual out here, or those who are on the fence, or maybe inspire someone or anyone who has the lack thereof and really feels listless and aimless in life, just sullen, the doldrums, purgatory of being a person that doesn't feel like they have a place in this world, and everything seems to be happening without us and to us at the same time. And when it hasn't had the opportunity to have that desperation that forces you to let go of your unbiased perspective based on your emotions and be able to invite in a higher elevated understanding, a spiritual understanding that allows you to get up and be better than you give your own self credit to be. Not speaking in pride and ego, the id, the unrealistic expectations of self and others, but the actual potentiality of greatness from within that can flourish out into the world and expound, and you can build something that's substantial to you. The shit that holds you together, the shit that doesn't allow you to give up, give in, complain, or badmouth your own blessings. To dullen your own energy by what you say and do. To manifest the opposite of what we say we want. Manifestation is a creation that comes via mind, body, and spirit. When the heart and the mind merges onto one path, it starts to guide us in a place where the spirit can feel free. Like I always say, do you, because I'm effortlessly, undeniably, unmistakably, undoubtedly be me. Better me is all I ever want to be. Even under the worst circumstances. There's always an option. Audio visual man.